Welcome back. It's day 4, and today we're shifting gears a little bit. So today has all of my electric guitar playing friends in mind. Those of you out there who've just been waiting to rock out, maybe you have an electric guitar and an amplifier and you just want to crank up and have some fun, and today is for you. So we're learning these things called power chords, and power chords sound great on any guitar. Classical, electric, doesn't matter, but they sound especially good on an electric guitar with a cranked up amplifier. Okay, so today's gonna be a lot of fun. We have a new song that we're gonna play today, and we have kind of a new chord, or an expanded version of a chord we already learned. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's jump in, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, it's all about the power chord. So if you've been waiting to make some noise and get loud, today is your day, all right? So we're gonna be strumming the E and the A string at the same time, just like this. All right, we're gonna push through the E and the A. We want them to sound at the same time because we're making a chord. We're making what's called an E power chord. All right, so I would definitely recommend using a pick, okay? And also use a rest stroke, okay? You're gonna get more power and more volume. Okay, so we're gonna push through those two strings, and then your pick can rest briefly on the D until it has to go around and play some more. Okay, so that's pretty much all that's going on with your picking hand. If you have an electric guitar, go ahead and turn all these knobs up to 11, crank them all the way up. Your pickup selector, have that so that the bridge pickup is engaged. I think that's going to give you the best tone for this song that we're going to play today. Down on this side, your first finger is going to be on fret 2 of the A. Okay, and you can see my thumb over here supporting the back of the neck, doing a little lobster pinch. All right, so you have just that one note fretted. And like I said, on the other side, you're going to be playing the E string at the same time. All right, this is what it sounds like with no amplification on my guitar. All right, still pretty awesome. These power chords are exactly what they sound like. They're powerful. And they especially like to have some amplification. Alright, cool. Try that with me. E power chord. Ready, go. Bask in the glory of that feeling. It's your E power chord, all right? Dig it. Okay, so the song that we're gonna do is called Power Metal, because why not? I'm gonna demo it right now. Okay, you're gonna hear a bunch of electric guitars actually, some drums, some bass. There's a keyboard buried in the mix there. So just hang out, listen, enjoy, and then I'm gonna break it down for you, okay? Watch this hand, and you can probably figure it out as I go. All right, it's just all little power chords and little tiny moves with finger number 2. So check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's break this on down. So we start with an E power chord right here. Finger 1, fret 2 of the A. All right, and on this side, we're gonna strum down twice. And immediately we're going to silence the strings, okay? And all you have to do this is just rest the heel of your hand down on the strings. Be careful not to make a noise. You don't want to slam your hand down, but you just want to touch those strings and they'll silence, okay? And it creates this rhythm, all right? We go down, down, rest, down, down, rest. And that fills up the whole first bar of this tune. And that whole rhythmic figure goes on through the whole piece, okay? So you've got here, try this with me. I'll count us in and we'll do this together. Remember, just this one little E power chord here, and the rhythm down on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, rest. Down, down, rest. That's it. Good. If we were to count this, it would be like this. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so 2 and 4 get that little rest with the heel of your hand. All right? So that's basically all that's going on rhythmically. So now with your fretting hand, we have these little moves that we do. So after the first bar of our E power chord, we're going to take finger number 2 and then place that on fret number 3 of the A string right here. And the strumming or the picking is going to be exactly the same down on this side, okay? Now, since I made that move up to fret 3 on this side, we're going to get a pretty rude, ugly, and awesome sound, okay? That goes like this. Okay, a lot of tension, a lot of grit there. Okay, want to try that with me? So again, I'm over on fret 3 here with finger 2. And we've got that little rhythmic figure. Let's try it together. 1, 2, here we go. Good. One more time. 1, 2, let's go. Awesome. Good. That's the second bar. The third bar is exactly the same as the first one. Come down to E power chord. Nice. And then back to fret 3. Good. Okay. And the second half of the tune, we're going to come all the way up to fret 7 now. All right. So what we get here, or we get octaves. We get a low E, and we get fret 7 of the A string, which is another E. So these sound really good together. Same thing going on with the picking hand. All right, you want to try that with me? We're up on fret 7 of the A string, and we still have the open E. Let's focus on this part down here. Ready? I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Try that one more time with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And then finally, the last little piece that we need to know. Finger number 2 is going to be up on fret 8, the very next fret of that very same string. And it's another kind of nasty sound. Okay, really gross. Okay, so I'm down here. Try it with me. We'll just do this once. If anybody's listening, they're like, what is going on? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And then finally, at the very end of the whole piece, we come all the way down. We play a big old E power chord just like we did in the very beginning of the lesson, and just let that ring right out, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to play this together now, okay? So if you get lost, you can look up here to my left hand, all right? But I'm sure you can get it. Just remember this little move here, a little move up here. Okay, let's practice it together now, and we'll have some fun. So here it is, power metal. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I feel like that song either is going to leave you with a big old grin or is going to leave you kind of rolling your eyes. So obviously there's so many different styles of guitar, and I want to cover as many as I can in this course. Maybe the heavy metal, hard rock thing isn't your thing, and you know, I get it. But I just want to give you a whole kind of wide berth of styles, and you can take out of it what you like. All right, so we're going to shift gears again. I'm going to grab the classical guitar, and I'm going to show you that a chord that you'll need to know no matter what style you play. All right. Okay, we're going to play a game now. This is called the 3 levels of E minor. All right, so every guitar player needs to know how to play a full 6-string E minor chord, like that. Okay, so we're going to build this in 3 levels, all right? So the first one you already beat. It's real easy. You can make a perfectly fine E minor chord by strumming the G, the B, and the E strings together. Okay, so we've done that. That one's done. The next one is level 2. And what we want is fret 2 of the D string with finger 2 of our fretting hand. Okay, so we're going to press that string down just to the side of fret 2 on the D string, okay? We want to make sure just that single note sounds okay. So no buzz, you don't want this sound. If you're getting that, come up to the fret a little bit closer. Good. Now here's the trick. You need to get right up on the tip of your finger, okay? Because you want some clearance so that the G string right behind it can ring clear, okay? So it takes all these little tiny micro adjustments to make this work, okay? So be patient with it. We're going to start with the D string, fret 2. We're going to try to get that G string to ring clear. Okay? Very good chance it sounds like this. Okay, so it's just touching the skin on the back of your finger. So get up on your fingertip. Make sure your nails are clipped good and short. So we have a nice clear D string, a nice clear G string. Alright, the B string is kind of easy. Pretty much plays itself, okay? Open B, and then finally your open E again. What can happen on that last string sometimes? It can touch the palm of your hand, okay? So it's a good idea to leave a little bit of a gap in between the neck of your guitar and the palm of your hand, okay? Maybe just enough space to fit like a pencil. It's a good amount of space, all right? So let's try this together. This is E minor level 2. Let's see if we can do it. Play with me. You have all of them? All 4? Let's check them, okay? Really important that we check each string one at a time. Here's the D. Good. Then the G. Check that G again. Good. And the B. And finally the E. Okay, how you doing? There's level 2. Here's level 1. Just these 3 strings. Here's level 2. Good. And here's level 3. You're going to take your first finger and you're going to place it on fret 2 of the A string, just like we did in the E power chord. The E power chord that we learned at the beginning of today's lesson is a part of this chord. Okay, so you want that finger right there, but you're going to leave finger 2 down on D string fret 2, okay? So it looks just like that. You can see my thumb sneaking out on the other side, providing some good support for this chord. Okay, let's just strum all 6 and see what we get. The good news is it kind of sounds good either way, okay? But we really want to have just a little bit of patience and make sure that every string is ringing nice and clear. Okay, so let's just check them one last time. Here's our E. We're good. Here's our A string. You getting a buzz with that one maybe? Very good chance of that happening because that finger is kind of scooted back a little bit, right? Because this finger is on the same fret. Different string, but the same fret kind of pushes this finger away a little bit. So you might have to press down just a little bit harder to get that one. Okay, so we got our low E, we've got our A, we've got our D string, about the G. You getting that? It's all right. Make your little micro adjustments. Open G, open B, and open E. Nice. This chord is in so many millions and millions of songs. All right, and it's a lot of fun just to strum. Just have a whole lot of fun with, okay? When you get this, go around the house, play the heck out of this chord. It's a lot of fun. This is our full 6-string E minor chord. All right, so here we go. The 3 levels of E minor. You've got just the open strings. You got D string, fret 2, strumming down. And you got A string, fret 2, strumming all 6. Nice, good job. Okay, we're nearing the end. If you didn't get that E minor chord perfect today, don't worry about it, all right? It takes a while to get every string to sound nice and clear, okay? So don't let it bother you. And if it did bother you and you're feeling frustrated by it, one thing that I like to do to get out some aggression is to play some heavy metal music. So let's give power metal one more go, and we'll send it off. Make sure you write down day 4 and how many minutes you played today in your guitar journal, and I will see you tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4.